Hey y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your girl Empress Miss Mo, your fairy god cousin. My goal is to keep you 5 steps ahead of your enemies, your frenemies, and all these scallywags out here in these worldwide streets. This is the Spiritual Street Report where big steppers don't play. We elevate. So we're gonna go ahead and chime in and do a collective reading for this weekend. Okay, we don't know really what this weekend has to offer, but it has been very productive as well as very it's been very distracting, okay, because there's a lot of things going on, okay? There's lots of stuff going on. And so I'm gonna cleanse this energy. All right, I drank some mugwort tea, guys. So if you feel like if I'm a little laggy, it's because of the tea I'm drinking, okay? I've been drinking mugwort tea mixed with other herbs. Um, you know how I do it, okay? It's the spiritual hygiene that I do, not every week, but like, a few times a month, I would go into my mugwort detox type thing. Okay. And just to kind of juice up my third eye. Okay. And so bear with me if I'm a little slower today. I'm super duper relaxed in the comfort of my beautiful home. And yeah, I feel very much accomplished and loved and appreciated and all that good stuff. But I know that's not the case for everybody. I just want to kind of throw that out there just so y'all can understand where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm very content, relaxed, relieved. That could be you, Big Stepper. I think that this really could be your vibe. You could relate to this. We got a few things coming out. Cult Leader came out. We're going to just check the weekend vibes to see what's going on. My ancestors and only my ancestors will be working through me to get this message out. Thank you so much. Oracle came out with privilege and stay in your lane. Yeah. Yeah, this is the vibe. The vibe is that, you're the leader of your own life. Okay. Cult leader doesn't mean that you leading other people, but if you needed to, you could. I mean, if there's anybody should be asking advice from, it should be you. You'll be the example of a person that someone could truly ask for advice because you've been there and did that. I'm hearing that song, done it all, done it all, done it all. Okay, I forgot who sing that song, but I remember hearing that song, done it all, done it all. Okay, and that's what you did. You done it all. Okay, privilege came out. You in your own lane. Okay, you are doing your own thing in your own lane. And it looks good over it. It feels good and it looks good over in your lane. Okay. What else? Love and gaslight. People want to get in contact with you, Big Stepper. They want to tell you how much they love you and I want to pray for you. And I don't know what this is about. Why? Why do people want to call the Big Stepper? Why do people want to call the Big Stepper? Because they've been trolled and researched your platform. They found out that everything you said was true. Oh my goodness. What? That's what I just heard. They know you the truth now. Ooh, yeah. Wow. Red flag. Red flag on the play. Okay. Red flag, you feel something weird going on. This is why you got to stay relaxed. That's why you want to be relaxed, because you know there's always something going on. But it ain't got nothing to do with you. But, you know, people go out their way to make their problem your problem. Okay? Wow. You just stand in love and light, minding your business with your hands in the air, just like this. Like, look. I just wanted to go. I just want to take a nap. That's all I want to do. Okay, that's the energy I'm feeling here. I just want to show up for my life. That's it. Oh my God. This is what you focus on. Because I just want to show up for myself. I'm not here to show up for you. I'm really showing up for the divine, my higher power, my ancestors, because I'm contracted to do this work. Because I told them that if you can deliver me from my own sins and disbeliefs and diseases, which is alcoholism, addictions, and any other weird as unrighteous decisions that I made, that I will live in the truth. And that's exactly what you've been doing. Because you know, if you go against that, you will be in the ground, 6 feet under, period, point blank. Okay, there's no remorse because there's no excuses. You signed a contract, Big Stepper, to do the right thing until you close your eyes. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. All right. And people are trying to figure out why and how, because you're contracted to do it. Okay. You already made the promise. You know, the devil knows it, the angels knows it, the demons of the earth knows it, your ancestors knows it, your enemies knows it, you know it. Everybody know. The people that matter knows that you're contracted to be an oracle. It was birthrighted. And if it wasn't, you signed up for it because you was in a bind. How long ago? 2 years ago? 20 years ago? 2 years ago, 2 months ago, so about two is significant. You was in a bind and you say, okay, God, fine. What do you want me to do? And this is exactly how it all came about. Okay. And this is how it all started. All right. But it's not too far-fetched from what it is you recognize. You recognize this already. You just didn't think this would be the thing that would keep you alive. Wow. Okay. And so you got people poking and looking at you, trying to figure some things out. Okay. Because they're trying to figure out, how did you know these things? How are you the oracle? Well, you know, in the Bible, Joseph was the one with the burning bush. Okay. He stuttered. You tell me I got to go to the Pharaoh and tell them to release his people that he control of in his own town with me and only one stick, and I could barely get my words out correctly. Joseph stuttered, could barely get a word out every other sentence, but he made it happen. Okay. And so this is the kind of situation that you were contracted for. All right. Do you want to do this type of work? Do you want to be a leader or an oracle or a psychic or an empath, a dark empath, or a legend or a high privileged person? You didn't think that was going to be you. It just fell into your lap. Okay. All right. You didn't know that this was going to be it. And this is just the beginning. You may have only been really deep and dedicated into this work, this divination work, over the last 2 years. You've been really serious about universal laws and the occult, the oracle, the world of an oracle, the difference between an empath and a narcissist. Okay. Spiritual behaviors, human behaviors, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. You've been really deep into this stuff over the last 2 years. All right. So if people watching you, trolling you, trying to figure out what's going on, what's going on, I don't understand this. Well, it's not meant for you to understand. It's not meant for everybody to understand. And Big Stepper don't have to explain herself or him or their selves to anybody. But you are a legendary. You're doing a great job. You're legendary. You're doing this shit the right way. Don't let the numbers fool you, big stepper. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, how you're doing it, but don't let numbers and all that stuff fool you. Just get the word out there. You're doing your part. You're doing your piece. Okay, you truly matter. Is there anything else? Big steppers matter. Hey, you got this shallow is what I heard. You have a shallow narcissist trying to project something on you. Okay, this person wants to project you into a black square, into a black box. Okay. Maybe your oracle, thank you, Spirit. Spirit says your oracle readings as an empath or a dark empath, whichever empath you are, your readings makes this narcissist do shadow work. Whatever type of work you do, you may not even be an actual tarot card reader. You may not be a divination worker. You may actually be a nonprofit, organizational influencer. You may be a social media influencer. You may also be a person in the church, a religious leader, evangelist, okay? A preacher, okay? A choir director. I don't know. You could be a police officer. You could be an author, a book writer. But whatever you do and everything that you do, you could be a teacher, professor, a facilitator, a counselor, a therapist. These are all the words I'm hearing, y'all. I don't know who I'm talking to. But whatever work you do, you make people see themselves. The way you do your work, however you do that work, you make a narcissistic person see themselves to be really narcissistic. Now that's spooky. They can't project on you anymore. They have to look at their energy. They have to look at themselves in the mirror, and they have to feel their own energy. They can't blame you anymore, and they know that. They got to face themselves. Their situation is not your situation. It has nothing to do with you, and they know that now. Wow. Let's go ahead and look into another deck. Now that we got that out the way, Spirit. Wow. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Wow. What is it that we need to know about this situation? What else? This narcissist. This is about narcissists. How many of them? 4 of them. You got 4 narcissistic people that read your work, seen your work, looked over your work, researched your work, laughed at your work, cried at your work. I don't know. It has something to do with your work. Okay. They digested it one way or another. From hearing it from another, from a mother of a mother. Okay. They digested, dissected your work one way or another. Wow. Okay, this narcissist, they're watching you. They want me to tell y'all about what they see. What is this narcissist watching? These narcissistic people. It's a group of narcs. A leader and 3 other minions. Members. Okay. They see the way you look. They like the way you look. They like the way you put yourself together. Okay. They like your style. Okay. You don't have to be as shallow, but that's what kind of grasps their attention. is the way you put your thing on. Put that thing on. Okay. You put on the clothes, and baby, with that makeup, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, baby. Okay. I don't know how you wear it. You put that thing on, it's a wrap. You're very hardworking and dedicated, consistent. You have true work ethic. You're committed to your work ethic. You're committed to your self-development. You're committed to your practice. You're highly focused. Big stepper. That's all they see you do is work, 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 and no, work, 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 and no, work, 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 and no. Listen, don't start, y'all. This will be coming up. I'm letting it flow. Okay. What else they see? They see that you're building a foundation that you dreamed of. You told somebody, one of these narcs that's looking at you, that's feeling healed by you, that is feeling you. You know them, Big Stepper. You know at least one of them. And they keep thinking like, man, I remember when she told me, or I remember when he told me that they wanted to do that, or I remember what they said they really wanted to do. I can't believe they really doing that shit. Okay, this is that type of energy. Damn, they told me they was gonna do that shit. I thought they were playing. I thought they were bullshitting. That's what I just heard. I thought they was bullshitting. The great crumble. Even though you went through all this bullshit, you still look good. You don't look like what you've been through, Big Stepper. This is very unexpected. You went through a lot of unexpected destruction. And it wasn't really self-destruction. It was destruction based on outer influences. Okay? Stuff that you had nothing to do with, but you were a victim, okay, of a lot of crazy stuff. And it's just crazy shit. Let me say that you overcame, that a lot of people could never overcome within their right mind. So you got your right mind, and you have your looks, and you have your youth. And that's very rare. That's like walking through fire and being unscathed. Like David in the Bible, when he was in that lion's den and he was unbitten, and then they put him in the three men in the fire, and they was unscathed. That's like how you was. Like, you were protected from a lot of destruction that was purposely placed on you, intentionally placed on you. This is what really scares a lot of these people. How in the hell? Wow. You know. Let's see, what else? Follow the spark. Okay, you always come up with really good ideas. Once again, you had an idea years ago. How long ago? 4 years ago, you had an idea. You told somebody about your ideas. They didn't take you seriously. Okay? You told somebody about your dream of how you want your life to be, or whatever this is, and they kind of laughed at you. They thought you was a fool. Okay? But then you actually you took action, and you trusted your gut, and you realized that hard work pays off. It really does. And so you said, well, you know what? I'll probably never work a day in my life, so I'm going to actually work now. And if I'm going to work at my very best. And I'm going to work on something I really want to work on, something I'm passionate about. And that's really what you did. Like, I heard this old term. They said, if you work on the things that you're passionate about, you will never feel a day of work ever in your life. So it doesn't feel like work when you're doing something you love to do. Okay. You're just adding skill. You're just developing skills while you're doing your hobby and getting paid for it. Okay. This is kind of like the situation that you created for yourself here. Okay. You trusted your gut. You knew it, whatever it was a great idea. You said, you know what, this is a good idea. I can't let nobody talk me out of this. Okay. And whoever this narcissistic person is, they like, wow, I cannot believe they did this. Okay. And so they're like, do they even rest? Okay. They don't believe, Big Stepper, that you rest. Yes, you do. You do rest. You have self-care. You practice self-care every day. You make self-care a priority. Before you make decisions, you sleep on it, and you make wishes while you in your baths or before you go to bed, you pray. You're very highly spiritual. You pray every day. You pause, you reflect, you pause, you're quiet, and then you reflect. You've been avoiding burnouts back to back to back. You got the remedy on how to overcome burnouts, how to prevent burnouts, what to do in the midst of a burnout to overcome a burnout. Okay, you know everything about when it comes down to having longevity. You believe in longevity. You believe in having good stamina. Okay. You have stamina, good energy, good vibes. Wow, this is what they see. This is what they see in you, Big Stepper. Okay. These people, they watch you, they say, I don't know if I could ever walk in her shoes. I don't know if I can ever walk in his shoes. I mean, how? How do they change out of a horrifying situation into a luxurious environment? How? This shit needs to be studied. This is why they're watching you, trolling you. They're jealous of how you built stability. But the jealousy is the fact that they compare themselves to you. And they know they could never overcome what you've been through. They're very envious of how you built your life, your stability, how you rearranged your life unapologetically, how you got to your bag real quick, building and building and building. They're jealous. Okay, but the jealousy should be an inspiring thing. Okay, I don't know if it's inspiring jealousy. I don't know if it's just what kind of jealousy this is. Because everybody can be envious and jealous, y'all. Not all the time being jealous is a bad thing. Sometimes being jealous can spark something in you to make you want to do better and to make you step your game up. So it builds inspiration for the strong-willed people. Now, I don't know about the weak-minded scallywags. Okay, scallywags is a different type of scenario. Scallywags can't see themselves pulling themselves up by the bootstrap and getting some shit done. Finishing what they started is very rare for a scallywag. Okay. And so 9 out of 10, they would really be jealous, trying to find a way to, stop, cut in on what you got to get what they want type energy. Okay. But we don't know what. Okay. There is levels to this shit. There really is. What else we got going on here? Attachment. 15, number 15 came out, y'all. Okay, 1 + 5 = 6. Whoever, like I said, somebody knows you. And whoever knows you, they know that you have always had your own shit. You always had materials, the electronics and jewelry and nice clothes. And you always had a nice decorated home. And you never really lagged in that area. Okay. Your whole life, you've always knew how to live. Okay. I think this time you're just learning to live a different type of way. More cleaner, more serene, more peaceful, more da-da-da. But as far as like material gain, that was always easy for you. Okay. And so now you got people romanticizing, like, damn, what else do Big Stepper have in their house? Like I remember last time when they was actually like younger, they already had everything back then. So I could just imagine what they have now. Okay. Is the energy. And you manifested everything that you have. It's just divine law and order, baby. Okay. The cause and effect. When you are a hardworking individual, okay, you consistently work on different ways to make money, you're going to automatically gain lots of materials. That just comes with the territory. But are you materialistic? Maybe. You could be a material girl, a material in a material world. I mean, why not? Right? But that's what they think of you. They think of you as being a material dude, a material woman, a material man. Okay. And men are materialistic too. Men and women are materialistic, but it doesn't mean that you're shallow. You can be materialistic, y'all, and not be shallow. Y'all know that, right? Okay. Because big steppers, we could be materialistic and be extremely deep. And we would still believe a certain belief and still gain everything we want. Okay. Because that's just the way it is, right? So I think it's all about what your self beliefs are. And I think that's what they're trying to figure out. Like, what is it that you believe in? What is your true belief, spiritual belief? They can't figure that out. Like, what do you believe in? But it's so funny, Big Stepper. It's so obvious what you believe in. It's right there in front of their face. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. It's so obvious. You know. So let's see here. They know who you are. We got one more conclusion deck. Let's go ahead and get into this one. Lord have mercy. So, Spirit, what is it that you want to share? What's the deal? They want to know your self-beliefs. They want to know. They're just so caught up in you. I mean, you have your own fucking reality TV show if you wanted to, Big Stepper. Hell, I don't know. Don't get me started. If you wanted to, you could. I'm hearing if you want it, I got it. Dripping like water. I heard that. He said, if you want it, I got it. Dripping like water. Talked about that. I heard that. What they want, man? What's up? Okay, you over here watching the Big Stepper. You know, what's up? But how can you be how can you add value? How could these narcissistic folks bring value into your life, Big Stepper? That's what it boils down. If y'all gonna research a Big Stepper, you're gonna research somebody. Now what? What's next? Implement yourself in a way that is valuable to both parties, to yourself and to the Big Stepper. Okay, that's what we want to know. Okay, so there is somebody, they want to implement themselves. They want to come towards you because they know that whatever you got is very lucrative. You are very lucrative. Okay. You're very generous. You're valuable. You have a lot to teach people. People can just hang around you and learn so much from you. You don't really have to talk that much. I mean, if you do, that's cool. But shit, your life, the way you move is just enough. That's enough said. Okay. You're an empress. But this came out in reverse. It popped out in reverse. So this scallywag already know they're not on your level. They know they're really not. They have to learn from you. They would need to come in and really be like coachable. Okay. They can't come in treating you like y'all like, I mean, I'm not saying that because everybody's equal. I see everybody as an equal, but they can't come in acting like they know more than you know or like they can do you better than you. Okay. They gonna have to understand and give you your flowers. Okay. They're gonna have to humble themselves and give you your flowers and be straight up about what it is that they want to learn from you. And stop bullshitting. Okay. That's really what it boils down to. And I think they know that. Okay. Yeah, it is. They do. They know that. They know because you don't have time like that to be wasted. And anybody that wastes your time, automatically you cross them off. You cross them off. Because you're like, oh, you waste my time. Never mind, you're op. Because only an op gonna waste your time. Only a person that's jealous of you will waste your time. Okay? We know that, Big Stepper. Okay? They want to connect and unite with you or reunite. Okay? They want to introduce themselves to be a new person. This scallywag, they want to learn your ways. Okay? They really do. They're tired of being a scallywag. They want to be a Big Stepper now. Ooh, you done converted? Child, look here. Big Stepper, you done converted some scallywags, narcissistic scallywags to become Big Steppers. That's what they want you to do. They want you to convert them over to your way of universal spiritual beliefs. They want you to convert them. They want to join your cult. Okay, I don't know if you do got a cult, Big Stepper. I don't know. Don't get me started. But if you got over 100,000 followers or more, 9, 10, you probably got a cult. You probably is a cult leader. If you got more than 10, I don't know why I said 10,000. Oh boy. Hey, it could be 10,000. If you got more than 10,000 followers, 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 followers, 10,000 members, 10,000 leaders that lead that allows you to lead them, you probably got a cult. And they're like, you know what? I want to join your cult. I'm just saying. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. I was gonna say 100,000. Spirit said no, 10,000. Wow. All it takes is 10,000 people to be a cult leader. Spirit says, yeah. Wow. Basically. Wow. But that's not your doing. That's not what you wanted, though, Big Stepper. Yeah, it don't matter. They want to be part of this shit because it's lucrative, and they know everybody that's on in your cult is winning. Nobody's losing. Is what I heard. Okay, everybody is winning on your team. Okay, they're right here. They don't see their future. They don't know how to see their future. They need somebody to come in and help them get on the right path. They want a leader that's going to guide them towards the right direction. There's no one around them that's willing to do that for them. Okay, this is why they want to come towards you, Big Stepper. This is why they're doing their research on you. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they need your guidance. They want you to guide them on the right path. Yeah, they're coming towards you. They need your prayers. They need your magic. They need you. They need your services, something. Okay. But this is the thing, Big Stepper. Spirit says they better be clean in spirit Because if they're not, you're not going to take them. And what I mean by that is, if this is somebody who did any type of ritual work on you or went against you in the realm of the universe, or if they did any type of death magic, death spells on you, the universe is not going to, your ancestors is not going to allow you to align and lead them. That's the only thing about that. So if there's somebody who was on the opposite team and probably was indulging in the demise of you, spiritually demising you, abusing you in any way, you can't leave them, because once they on that side, they're forever on that side. That's what I just heard. I cannot make this up. Listen, Five of Pentacles. I can't make this up. They're on the dry side. You see it right here? How it's dry on this side? That's where they at. They want to get over here. We're on your side, Big Stepper. They want to go. They want you to open up the gate for them, but you can't open up the gate for them if they went against you. Did they go against you? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They already went against you already. So these people are going to come towards you in hopes that they could fake it to make it, act like they was always on your side, but they wasn't. Try to get close to you, be your friend. They want to walk away from the dry land. Okay, it's real dry where they at. Look at them sticks. That's where they at. They want you to open the gate to abundance. Spirit says, don't do it. Do your research, Big Steppers, before you start doing any type of major guidance and coaching, or major magic, or any type of major rituals for anybody. You better make sure you do your due diligence by researching them and figuring out who they with, who and what, because you can't, your ancestors won't allow you to do it. Okay. Your ancestors will not, you'll bring their name to the altar and pray on it and let your ancestors show you who they are, because you can't let nobody in that's on the other side. They took their own decision, their own willpower, and decided to be on that side. They decided that. You cannot work with anybody that did any type of death spell magic on you. Okay, if they was jealous, cool. A little evil eye, that probably can get through the door. Maybe. Okay. Because you can be jealous and you can give evil eye. As long as you don't act on it, that's okay. But when you start to acting on it, when you go to the altar and you go to practitioners and you out here requesting that this person loses everything they have and wishing their demise through magic, through real deal ritual work, energy work, that will be forever be your enemy. That's it. They crossed the line. Does that make sense? So, with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and pull this last card. I know this is part of the collective reading that Spirit wanted me to really get deep into. Okay, I didn't see this coming, but this is what it is. You're gonna have people coming towards you. You need to do your due diligence by getting the full details of who they are, because you cannot lead enemies. It's unheard of. It's not. It's traditionally. It's just not. It's not a good look. It's just not a good thing, and your ancestors won't allow it anyway. So it's just gonna make it look like it was your fault. Why? And it had nothing to do with you. It's the fact that they already switched over. They signed their name on blood, with blood on a contract to destroy you. Once they sign their name on a contract to destroy you, that's it. They can't be led by you ever. You know, would you forgive them? Will the universe forgive them? Will God forgive them? Will the Holy Spirit cover them one day after they repent for their sins and whatever else, and lay in the bed and get their karmic justice and lay in it and eat it up for lunch and dinner? Yeah. But they will have to find their own way without you. Does that make sense? You can't be included in their journey. Okay? They will need to go off and live their life in peace, whatever peace looks like for them. And then you will live your life and leading the proper people with the purest hearts. Oh my God. Yeah, with the purest hearts, pure-hearted people. Okay. So I hope that message got to y'all. Thank y'all so much. If you want to learn more about me, click the link in the bio, book a reading. My availability is in the bio. All the information is right there. Click on the Hipsy link to book a reading and to book services from me. God bless you all. Bye-bye.